Hello again. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you guys are doing really well. I'm Denise. You're at Spiritual Growth Tarot and Astrology. I think you know that. I think you know where you are and who I am. Anyway, hey. So I have a really good question from Liz. She's wanting to see if Jared might be going to prison sometime, ever. And I don't think I've ever read on him that way, from that angle. So let me try. I'll bring the camera down overhead and use whatever system I need to, and see if anything comes through. He's still young. It could happen, right? Anyhow, let me get this other camera going. So hold on. Okay, so I'm using Tarot Marchetti's Kipper. As I usually do, chopstick out of the way there for legal things. So I have the camera up higher today, so I'm going to do 7 across and three rows. Okay, Jared. Only the truth. Not what I want, not what my mind wants. Only the truth. Thank you for showing us Jared Kushner's legal future. Okay. Oops. Oops, this one. Okay. Alright. Okay, so that would be his mother. Some examinations going on there. That would have to do with when times were bad. Maybe that's, well, and there's his dad. Wow, now that's interesting. Okay, there he is. This is this could be any type of judicial process. Don't know if that would have to do with, oh, this feels to me like FEC or SEC issues. Yeah, the way he's made a lot of money. It knights to his father as well. Something that's going to take quite some time. It'll be a down patch for him, or it could be that his father is not healthy. Okay, so we have changes that are painful, a painful ending because of his lack of responsibility in his work practices that involve his whole family, and that would include his wife. Well, I've drawn 21 cards here, and I don't have the imprisonment card. Marriage, false person, courtship, journey, concern. I don't see him going to prison. But what I do see, though, is a painful ending based on some judicial process. And it's not, and this is all coming up behind his back. He's over here, and all of this is sneaking up behind his back, or, you know, he's not aware of it. coming in. And this has to do with his father, gifts, I feel like there's something to do here with an inheritance, even though I don't have the money cards to indicate that, but I mean, the gift doesn't have to be, it could just be a visitor. But because his mother's here, and there's this expectation after going through some examination process, and we know that his father, he got locked up, and Jared took over for the family and fixed a way to get them out of poverty. Yeah. And so usually I read, and this would be like past, present, future. But I think his father in the future, of course, because he's an older guy, and maybe he is already ill. But this has some sad news, maybe about the communication that his father is very ill. But this is my timing card for around 2 years. This card, when it comes to timing, can be 24 hours to 3 weeks, basically. A month tops. Maybe his father has been ill for a very long time, and something comes through in the next month or so. But as far as him going to jail, well, I do see him being stopped and going through a very painful ending. It causes change. This could be like bankruptcy around the new home, something to do with the new home that they've built in Florida. This is interesting. And Ivanka didn't show up here, but his parents are both here, both parents. And he does have, even though it's behind his back, he does have some control over, maybe through the powers of distraction, but he does have some control over, the fact that he has been a very negative, vampiric, parasitic type of person who steals from other people. Always looking for, a way to work within a community. This could have to do, I did get the feeling of like SEC, like stock situations, hedge funds, all of that. And there are some rules and regulations around it that will finally at some point stop him and cause a painful loss for him. That'll be a big change, but he's up here having a little more control over it than I like to see. I really hope I'm wrong, but I don't see him being locked up. But it's not easy, and it could be that poverty is weighing down on him. I mean, definitely, if it's not financial poverty, of course he has poverty of the spirit, because poverty of the soul, because his spirit doesn't shine through brightly. Otherwise, he wouldn't need so much money, right? But I do understand being a younger person and trying to save your mother from going through all the things, but she was probably in on it. I don't know. I don't know anything about them, other than I know that the father was, he was locked up for his dirty dealings. He broke the rules. The rules and regulations are right here, like our center spread. If I just read these 9 cards around here, it could be that he has no control over some rules and regulations that will be examined as to how he made his great fortune, as well as all the family members involved, and how they've all worked together to just steal and grift He's a part of the grifting community, part of the money laundering, tax evasion, transnational crime syndicate. Of course he is. That's why we have this card and this card and this card, and, you know, the parasitic off of people's, you know, work. People who are in poverty. It is possible because, well, on another level, like reading another layer, this could be seen as another man, such as his father-in-law, and even Melania, because these would be these could be in-laws. They could be any supportive people who are wealthy. You know, I mean, this could be MBS even. If we read on all different layers and levels, this is our stand-in card for any male and any female. She's more of a confidant, and he's more of a, you know, just supportive with money, although she could support with money too. For a long time that he's been connected with. And there are communications and documents, but so far I'm not seeing. I mean, this can be a subpoena, and at least a subpoena for records and documents and communications. On an entirely different layer, this can be IRS agent. This could be Sheldon Whitehouse. These can be, you know, this card knighting down here tells me that at some point there's going to be some examination, but it could take some time because we've got this right here in the middle. Could take some time, and this could be an examination by or of or both as to anything to do that needs to be examined. This is going before like a tax agent or IRS for taxes, tax returns, examining tax returns. Somebody who it's not so much about negotiating, but somebody who investigates and makes a decision for you, and there's nothing you can do about it because those are the rules and regulations as to fraud. But again, I don't see him. I mean, we don't have the imprisonment card here. We certainly have a story. I mean, this is a jury trial even. It's some kind of judicial process that ends in a painful way for him. Maybe he just has to go through being humiliated and loss of, you know, losing everything. Yeah, so he is going to go through some torture. He's going to go through some torture and worry and stress about being locked up, and whether he is or not, he'll be at least restricted. And this would be his brother. I think he has a brother. This could also be Don Jr. and their strategy to make money and have more real estate holdings and assets. Yeah. They're risking us. Well, but then again, you know, everything they'll do just to make money and have assets. Oh, and then even, look at that. Foreign, this is MBS in every foreign player. Wow. But it could take quite some time, you know, to have the pathway card in here. It can be at least a couple of years. Especially because this has landed on this side of the spread where it's more of the future. So, wow. Interesting. Maybe someday I'll do grand tableaus on these people, but I I had the camera down and then I put it back up, and there's heavy weights to it, and it kind of hurts my neck and my back sometimes because I'm an old lady nowadays, damn it. Anyway, thanks you guys. Take good care. I'm going to get this uploaded for you. Bye.